I'm Simon Farnaby. I'm at the Isle of Wight Story Festival, which is great. Yeah, loving it.
Have you been to the island before?
I have, yeah, briefly. My wife booked a house here, and so I came in, and it was dark, and I went to the house, and then I left, and that's all I'm seeing is that house. I don't even know what it is.
You were here to talk about your book today. At what point did you think, I'm going to write a book?
Well, I had a story. Originally, I was thinking of this as a film, but I just had a feeling there was quite a lot to it, and I thought this would actually maybe make a better book. And I'd always wanted to write a book. Like, I love books, and I wanted to be a writer, like, from an early age, and so it seemed like the logical step. But I'd written, lots of TV and a couple of films. So I came to it, usually people write books and then go to screenplays, so I came to it the wrong way around. That was how it happened, yeah.
And do you think this could turn into a film?
Yeah, well, I think I think it's going to be a TV series.
Oh, okay.
On what, I don't know, but we're just
someone to pick it up, yeah. Who were your inspirations sort of when you were growing up?
A lot of them were in comedy,
Yeah.
Monty Python, Not the 9 O'Clock News, Vic and Bob were quite big for me because they were from Darlington, which is where I was from. And so when they were on the telly, that's when I first went, oh, I could be on the telly too.
Yeah.
Because they seemed like they were like me and they had a similar sense of humour as well.
Yeah.
And then I got to work with them a few years ago, which was great. But yeah, they were my sort of heroes growing up.
And speaking of Not the 9 O'Clock News, you've got Rowan Atkinson in the latest film that you've written. What can we expect from the new film Wonka?
I expect a lot of chocolate, a lot of magical chocolates. It's going to be great, I think. Paul's just sort of editing it now, and it looks really good. It's really funny. Rowan Atkinson's very funny in it. I mean, I love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and that's a great character. Willy Wonka is a big iconic character, and hopefully we've done it justice. It'll be funny. There's songs. It's a musical.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's songs in it. So that's something new for us.
How did casting Timothée Chalamet as Willy Wonka himself come around?
We just sent him the script, and Warner Brothers probably gave him lots of money. No, but he liked the script, and he liked Paul King, the director, and I rehearsed with him, which was really good fun. Like, I played all the other parts, and he did Willy Wonka, and we had a lot of fun. And I think he thought this would be a nice collaborative sort of process. And he has done a lot of angsty sort of teen things and quite dark things. I think he'd just done Bones and All, which is like a cannibal movie. He's trained in singing and dancing, but no one asked him to do that because they asked him to be like a tortured teenager. So I think for him, he was like, this is going to be fun, man. Let's have some fun. And so you'll see a totally different side to him than we've seen before.
How does he compare to Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp?
I'd say he's certainly closer to Gene Wilder than the Depp.
Yeah.
The Depp character is a very strong sort of vision of Tim Burton.
Definitely,
We're much more towards thinking of Timmy's Willy Wonka as the sort of prequel to sort of Gene Wilder. Not that he's exactly like Gene Wilder, like he brings lots of different things, and he's incredibly sort of magnetic. So we'll see.
We could sit here talking all day about the films and TV shows you've been in. I've recently been watching Detectorists.
Yeah.
How did the idea of Simon and Garfunkel come around?
That was just Makenzi. Makenzi Crook had written these characters that were the joke was that they looked like Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
And he knew that I had a Garfunkel-esque. We knew each other for years.
Right.
Like, we used to do stand up together. We had the same agent as well. So I don't think he asked anyone before me. He offered it to me, so I didn't have to audition. He just said, "Do you want to do it? Because you look a bit like Garfunkel." And so it was all his doing.
You've just spent ages signing books. Are you surprised that it was such a sellout event so quickly and it was so popular?
Yeah, I'm really chuffed. I mean, I've done a few festivals and they've all sold really like it. They've all been sellouts, and here I was, I didn't know where the word had spread to this island. It's hard to tell, but it was great. It was a great room in there. I loved it. It was really nice people.
That is great to hear. Thank you so much for coming. You've been incredible. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
You've all been great.